Hello there and welcome to this edition of King's Crocs and Vanakkam. The reason why I'm saying Vanakkam is because this is going to be a complete teaching video on ophthalmic Tamil, the bare essential Tamil that you have to know if you're from outside and you really want to succeed in your residency and fellowship. So I'm here to help you guys out with regards to this aspect. So this is going to be a two-part lecture series. In part 1, we will discuss about the basic concepts in Tamil plus the most important history taking part right from start till finish. So everything has been covered. No stones have been left unturned. That is part 1. In part 2, we will discuss the slit lamp examination and the Tamil which you need to know, which you must know to make sure the patients cooperate with you in the operating theatre as well. So please stay with this video. It's going to be a long journey, but stick with it. Take notes and review the notes, revise the notes over and over again. To make things easy for you guys, I'm going to attach a PDF with all the phrases, with all the essential Tamil you need to know in the description box below. So you can access them whenever you want, refer them whenever you want. So thanks a lot. Hope you guys will enjoy this little gift for the community. Welcome to Tamil Nadu. Vazhga Tamil.
So let's start with our ophthalmology Tamil and welcome to this classroom session, and I'm going to split the topics accordingly. First we'll discuss about the eye anatomy, the history, the examination part with some details on the diseases of the eye and how do you actually talk to a patient in Tamil in the operating theatre. So let's start with the eye anatomy. See, the most important thing to understand is we don't really have to know about the Tamil translation of each and every part of the eye. It is important to know what eye means. That's the first thing. So eye is called as kan, okay, kan or kannu, okay. This is the most important thing you have to understand or to know. But as far as the other parts are concerned, the most important ones are cornea, retina, optic nerve. These three are important and these three are very confusing as well. For cornea, we call it as karuvili. Karuvili. Karu means black, okay. Vili means the eye. So another name for eye is going to be vili, okay. It's called vili. So as you all know how cornea looks, though it's transparent, you look from front, for a normal person it looks black. So that's why you call cornea as karuvili, okay. The second is going to be retina and the optic nerve. Interestingly, in Tamil, we call or we address retina and optic nerve commonly as narambu. Narambu means nerve, okay. But to be more specific, retina is called as vili thirai. Vili thirai. Vili means again means eye. Thirai means a screen. So what is the screen on which the light falls? It is retina. So we call it as a vili thirai. And for optic nerve, we again use the word narambu because it means nerve. But to be more specific, use the term as kan narambu. Kan means eye. The narambu for the kan is going to be the optic nerve. So kan narambu is going to be the translation for optic nerve. For lens, it is again called as lens. They have not found a Tamil translation or a Tamil name for lens. But apart from that, some people call pupil as papa. Okay, papa means a baby. I don't know why do they call pupil as papa. Maybe it's easier to understand, but just understand pupil means papa. Brain is called as mulai. Mulai. Brain is mulai. So okay, so that's with the basic eye anatomy with the eye. Coming to the other structures regarding the eye, the orbit is also called as kan kuli. Kan kuli. See, this ZH is called la. LA. But when you're gonna pronounce ra, your tongue should touch the inner part of the hard palate as ra. Okay, so that's what kan kuli is. Kuli means a hollow, so orbit looks like hollow, so it's a hollow of the eye, or the kan kuli is called as orbit. Extraocular muscles, you can simply call it as muscles of the eye, okay, muscles of the eye, which is going to get translated into Tamil as kan tasai. Okay. As far as the muscles are concerned, extraocular muscles of the eye, we use the term we call it as kan tasai. Kan means eye, tasai. Tasai means muscle, kan tasai. Now, as far as ocular adnexa is concerned, you call upper lid as male imai. Male imai. Male means up. Imai means lid. Okay, so a lower lid will be called as imai, but if male is up, keel is low. K-E-E-L. Keel. Keel imai. Keel. Keel means down. So look down means look keele. Keel means down. We will discuss about that later. But just know that lower lid is keel imai, male imai means the upper lid. Okay. Now coming to the eyelashes, you can call it as imai mudi. Imai means lid. Mudi means hair. Okay. So imai mudi means the hair on the eyelids, or also called as the eyelashes. Lacrimal sac is also called as neer pai. Neer means water. A pai means a sac. So water sac. Neer pai. Okay. Nose is called as mook. Nose is called as mook. Know the difference. Brain is called as mulai. Brain is called as mulai, but nose is called as mook. A very close related but different structures altogether. Okay. So that is with the lacrimal apparatus. And if you want to mention about what lacrimal drainage means, it means neer padai. Padai means pathway. Padai means pathway. So neer padai, neer means water. So the pathway of the water is going to be the lacrimal drainage. So you want to say someone that your lacrimal drainage is blocked as a result of a nasolacrimal duct obstruction, or as a result of a dacrycystitis, you can say called as a neer padai. Okay, if it's going to be a lacrimal drainage block, I'm going to call it as a lacrimal drainage adaipu, or a neer padai adaipu. Adaipu means block. Adaipu means block. Okay, got the picture clearly? So this is with the basic anatomy of the eye. The eye means kan or vili or kannu. Cornea means karuvili. Retina means vili thirai. Optic nerve means kan narambu. These are the must knows. Okay, now I've come to the basics, the practical part of it. So a person is waiting outside in your cubicle and you want to invite them to your cubicle. So we'll start with how to address a patient. So patient has come inside. Okay, you are asking, what is your name? What is your age? Probably you will know the name of the person from the ID card. We'll discuss about it in a moment. But what is your age means unga vayasu enna. Okay, unga vayasu enna. Unga means yours, vayasu means age, enna means what. So what is your age? Okay, what is your age? This goes like here. Unga vayasu enna. Okay, got the picture? Why do we use the word unga? Unga means you, but with respect. But with respect. So always understand, when you use the word inga, inga means you are giving some respect for the patient. It's like using the word G. Okay, unga, ninga, vanga, ponga. Inga means respect. Okay, with that basic, we'll see how do we address each one of them. You're going to see a patient who is an old man. You call him as a grandpa. In Tamil, we call it as tata. Tata. Okay. A grandma is called as Pati. So it is respectful and it is very traditional of us to address the old people, an old man or an old woman, as Tata and Pati, like our grandpa, like our grandma. But when you're going to meet a middle-aged man or a middle-aged female, we can use the word Ayya. Ayya means a respectful term, again comes like G. Okay. For a middle-aged man, we use the word Amma. Amma means mother. Amma means mother. So we use Ma or Amma. If you're going to see a young male, you can call it as Thambi. Thambi means brother. And we don't call a young female as a sister, basically. So you can call, again, you can use the word Amma or just Ma. should do fine. I think there is nothing hard and fast rule of calling a young female as. So தம்பி என்னப்பா பண்ற, pa will be another word to use instead of தம்பி. சொல்லுங்க pa. சொல்லுங்க means tell. Pa means you can use address to address a younger male. Kid means பையன். A paiyan means a small kid, whereas a female kid is often called as பொண்ணு. பொண்ணு is the term you also use for a young female, but when you address பொண்ணு என்ன வயசு, பொண்ணுக்கு என்ன வயசு, you can also use for the young female also, and also for a small kid. For a baby, there is a gender neutral term called as papa. Remember, papa means pupil. Okay, so here we use the term papa. This is the actual papa. Papa means baby. Okay, some people prefer to use papa for a female baby. Okay, and some use paiyan for a male baby. That depends on the persons, but this is what it is. Grandpa means tata, grandma means paati. A middle-aged man you can call it as ayya. A middle-aged female you can call it as amma. Young male, tambi. Young female you can call it as amma or ma. But this is when you are directly addressing her. Enna ma? What are you doing, ma? But ponnu will be the term will be used when you're going to refer her as a third person. Ponnukku vayasu enna, which means what is the age of the girl. So ponnukku vayasu enna. Remember here? Unga vayasu enna. So ponnukku vayasu enna. Ponnukku means for the girl. What is the age? This is when you ask the mother of the female. Maybe you can ask ponnukku vayasu enna. Right? Got it clear? So we move on to the common phrases here. Let us understand some of them. Come here means inge vaanga. Vaanga means come. Inge means here. Okay. Contrary to what is go there. Come here is inga vaanga. How do you call us go there? Just opposite. Go means anga. Go there. Go there means anga ponga. Ponga means go. Okay. Ponga means go. There means ange. So just interchange it. So come means vanga. Here means inge. So just go the opposite way. So anga ponga means go there. Inge vanga means come here. Okay. Be very clear about these things. It's very, very important to know these things. Come inside means ulle. Ulle means inside. Come means again vanga. Again, understand we use the term inge to denote respect for the patient. Sit here means utkarunga. Utkarunga. Again, respect inga. Utkar means to sit. So utkarunga. Utkarunga. Okay. What is your name? So we saw what is your age. What is your age means what? What is the Tamil? Just recollect. Okay. What is your age? Unga vayasu enna. Unga vayasu enna. What is your age? Unga means you. Vayasu means age. Enna is what? What is your name? So unga name is peru. Peru. Not peru. Peru. Okay. Maybe I can use this. P-A-E-R-E. Unga peru enna. Unga peru enna. So, what is your name? Peru means name. Unga means you. Respectfully, enna is what? What is your age? Unga vayasu enna. Okay. So, where are you from? You want to ask, where are you from? Enga irundu varinga. Enga irundu varinga. Enga means where. Irundu varinga. You are coming from. So, எங்கிருந்து வரீங்க? I am from Coimbatore. எங்கிருந்து வரீங்க? I am from Madurai. எங்கிருந்து வரீங்க? I am from Madras. So, எங்க இருந்து வரீங்க? How are you? எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? Very, very important phrase to know because you can use this term for anyone. It's like how are you? Kai say ho. So, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? How are you? Okay. You can ask this patients even for a new patient or for a review patient. You can ask your sisters. You can ask your fellow doctors. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? It's a very, very respectful term. It's very, very nice thing to ask people how are you doing. So எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? Okay. So just recollect, come here, inga vaanga, come inside, ulla vaanga, sit here, ukkarunga. What is her name? Unga peri enna? Unga vayasu enna? What is her age? Where are you from? Enga irundu varinga? How are you? Eppadi irukkinga? The patient will say, நான் நல்லா இருக்கேன். நல்லா இருக்கேன் means நல்லா means good. இருக்கேன் means I'm doing good. நல்லா இருக்கேன். எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? How are you? நல்லா இருக்கேன். I'm good. So, you want to ask the patient, how is your eyes? Say you have operated the patient. Today, the next day morning, the patient comes to you. You want to ask, வாங்க, உட்காருங்க, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? How is your eyes? How will ask that? கண்ணு எப்படி இருக்குது? Or கண்ணு நல்லா இருக்கா? Kannu means eye, nalla means good, irukka means how. So, how is your eyes? Or how are your eyes? Kannu nalla irukka. The patient will say, Kannu nalla irukku. Yes, it is good. So, Kannu nalla irukku. So, irukka means it's a question. Irukku, it's a reply. So, Kannu nalla irukka? Kannu nalla irukku. Kannu nalla irukku, sir. Kannu nalla irukku, doctor, the patient replied to you. Say, for example, if the patient feels it is not good, he will say, Kannu nalla illa. Kannu nalla illai. Illai means no. No, my eye is not good. Still, problem persists. Still means innum. Innum. Problem means tondaravu. Tondaravu. Okay. Maybe I'm tondaravu, not tondaravu, it's tondaravu. Innum tondaravu irukku. Irukku means still there. Innum means still. Irukku means there. Tondaravu. So as you can see, this irukka, irukku, that irukku is a very commonly used, the ending word in Tamil. So just know that. So still problem persists. Innum tondaravu irukku. Now let us go to the history. So let's start with the history. So if you want to ask what is the problem with your eye, you have multiple options. First is going to be kannila enna prachana. Kannila enna prachana. Kannila means in the eye, enna means what, prachana means a problem. Okay. Similarly, instead of prachana, you can use the word what we just saw, that's tondaravu. So you can use kannila enna tondaravu. Tondaravu. It's another problem. So, kannila enna prachana or kannila enna tondaravu. If you want to ask something like, it's not a problem, but what's happening with your eyes? What's troubling you? Or what's with your eyes? Kannila enna pannudhu. Pannudhu. Pannudhu means what's happening in your eyes. Okay, so kannila enna prachana, kannila enna tondaravu, kannila enna pannudhu, because some people don't really accept or admit that whatever complaint they don't have is going to be a problem. So they will say kannila problem edhu illa, which means I don't have any problem with my eyes, I just have these kind of things happening in my eyes. So they don't admit it as a problem. So in that case they will use the word pannudhu. Kannila enna pannudhu, if you ask, gonna ask them, say kannila vali irukku, kannila uruttal irukku. We'll see what are those things later. Okay, just understand these are the questions you will ask the patient. So what is the problem with your eye? So the patient will come up with the following complaints. I'm having defective vision. Okay, so I'm having defective vision. So defective vision can be denoted by multiple ways. One is defective vision means mangal parvai or mangalana parvai. Okay, mangalana parvai illa kammi parvai. Kammi parvai. Now this is going to be the actual statement. So what defective vision means? It means mangalana. Mangalana means defective or reduced. Parvai means vision. Parvai means vision. So kammi parvai, mangalana parvai means defective vision. So you want to ask the question for the patient, or the patient might tell what his problem is. So he might say parvai kammiya irukku. Parvai kammiya irukku. We all know kammi parvai or mangalana parvai means defective vision. So you should understand that parvai kammiya irukku means I'm having defective vision. Okay, that is what it is. So parvai kammiya irukku illa parvai mangala irukku. Now you are asking the question to the patient, parvai kammiya irukka. If you're going to ask, the same statement. பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கா? இருக்கா means it's a question mark. So you can ask the patient, பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கா? The patient will say yes or no. So you should know what are the two terms for yes and no. So yes means ஆமா. ஆமா. Yes means ஆமா. No means இல்ல. No means இல்ல. So you're going to ask the question, பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கா? The patient say, ஆமா, பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு. Yes, my vision is defective. இல்ல, பார்வை கம்மியா இல்ல. இல்ல means no, my vision is not defective. It's not reduced. Okay, are we clear about this? So focus on this area. This area is very important because we all know defective vision is the most common complaint a patient can present to you with. So it's important to understand how to ask and how to get the answer from the patient. Next is, even more important, is which eye the problem is. Is it the right eye or the left eye? Okay, now as far as the right eye is concerned, okay, it's called valadu kan. Valadu kan. Valadu means right, kan means eye. Okay, left eye is called as idadu kan. Valadu kan, idadu kan. But trust me, my dear friends, valadu and idadu are very confusing for a common man. Okay, a typical Tamil farmer who is coming to you, he will be confused between what is valadu and what is idadu, because these are the terms what we don't use in your everyday practice. People don't really use what valadu means or what idadu means. So the other term or other synonym for valadu kan is going to be sotu kan. Sotu kan. Sotu means rice or soru, what you call. So sotu means rice or soru. So we eat with our right hand. Okay, so we eat rice with right hand. So sotu kan means right eye. Okay, but for all practical purposes, it's always important to confirm the eye of the patient by pointing that eye towards the patient, or just tell him, is it this eye or that eye? That is how you can really confirm things. Next, yes, the patient is saying, yes, I'm having defective vision, but for how long? How many days? So you're going to ask the patient the question, எவ்வளோ நாளா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு? எவ்வளோ நாளா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு? So எவ்வளோ நாளா means how many days. So எவ்வளோ நாளா பார்வை கம்மி is the problem. So how many days you're having this problem? So you can insert the problem into this area. It doesn't have to be a defective vision. It can be a pain. So you can ask, எவ்வளோ நாளா pain இருக்கு? We will see what pain means in Tamil, but just know, எவ்வளோ நாளா pain இருக்கு? எவ்வளோ நாளா irritation இருக்கு? எவ்வளவு நாளா floaters இருக்கு? You can ask those questions very easily if you know எவ்வளோ நாளா. So nala means what? Days. So actually naal means days. Okay, when you're going to put this in a question form, it becomes nala. Now let's talk about very, very important, the days, weeks, month and year. So the time scale, plus we'll look at some of the numbers and how do you call them in Tamil, right? So from 1 to 10, 1 means onnu. Okay, 1 very easy. 2 means rendu. 2 means rendu. 3 is moonu. 4 is nalu. 5 is anju. 6 is ஆறு. 7 is ஏழு. 8 is எட்டு. 9 is ஒன்பது, or some people call it ஒம்போது. 10 is பத்து. You may pause down, you may write down in your notes. These are very, very important because they, as we all know, as far as the complaints are concerned, the most important thing is going to be the duration of the particular complaint. So days are called as nalu. As you can see, days are called as nalu. Okay, just hold on. 4 is nalu. Days means naal. These are very, very confusing ones. Okay, in fact, when I mean nalu, when I mean naal, these are not the actual way to tell, because these are colloquial terms. These are colloquial vocabulary. Actually, days should be called as natkal. Okay, and 4 should be called as nangu. But when we actually speak in a casual speech, nalu is 4, naal is days. Okay, just know this. So patient will say, எவ்வளவு நாளா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு? 4 நாளா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு. Okay, so it will be like 4 days. 4 நாளா பார்வை கம்மி. So don't get confused between the nalu and naal. Okay, Just take some time. And if you feel confused, you can always ask the patient, Nangu and Natkal. Probably they will be knowing what is Nangu means, or you can even show your fingers. You can put up your 4 fingers and show them, is it like 4 days or Nangu Natkala, Nala Natkala. Okay. What you call as for week. Week means Varam. Week means Varam. Month means Masam. Va, easy to remember. Month, month, Masam. Okay. Year, Varusham. Year, Varusham. You want to have another thing. Masam means month. Okay. So very often they call pregnant females as Masama irukanga. So to call a patient as a pregnant or not, so the patient will say, Masama irikingala. Masama irikingala means are you pregnant? Masama irikingala means are you pregnant? It's very simple. Okay. So just to denote, just an add on to this. Okay. Now, year means Varusham. Year means Varusham. So, week is Varam, year is Varusham. Don't confuse. Okay, Varusham means year, week is Varam. Okay. Now, let's try this one. What do you mean by 3 weeks? How do you call this 3 weeks? 3 means Moone. Moone. Week is Varam. Moone Varam. Okay. So the patient will say, when you ask the question, எவ்வளவு நாளா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு? 3 நாளா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு. 5 மாசமா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு. What do you mean by 5 மாசம்? 5 is 5, மாசம் is month. For 5 months I'm having defective vision. Very clear, very important. Sometimes the patient will say, for a long time. Okay, long means romba. Time, say if they're going to mention for a long days, for a long time, if they mention for so many days, they'll say romba nala, okay, or for so many years, they'll say romba varushama. So if they are not sure about the actual, the time or the actual duration of their problems, they're going to use the word romba. Just remember that. Sometimes, worst case scenario, a patient will not remember. So they'll say nyabagam illa, nyabagam illa. Nyabagam illa means I don't remember how long I am having this problem. So, nyabagam illa. Okay. Are we cool with this? This is going to be the basic time scale of it. Then sudden onset, gradual onset. So, the defective vision is there. So, is it a sudden onset? Very important to differentiate, right? Between a sudden onset defective vision or a gradual onset defective vision. So, sudden onset. Sudden means didirne, didir. Didir means sudden. Didirne. Suddenly my vision loss. Didirne parvai kammiyachu. திடீர்னு பார்வை கம்மி or கம்மியாச்சு. Gradual means கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா, slowly. Okay, you should be remembering hole. Okay, I think that is a Hindi song. So hole, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா or gradually the vision is reduced. Okay, that's good. Then one of the most important causes for defective vision is going to be a trauma. So, a very important history will ask a patient, history of presenting illness is going to be a trauma. Trauma means adi. So, adi patticha. Okay, it's A-D-I. Not adi, but adi. Adi patticha. Adi patticha means, was there any history of trauma? So, where on the eye? So, you can put as kannila adi patticha. Kannila adi patticha. So it's a trauma to the eye. How will you ask? Trauma to the head. Talaila adi patticha. Talai means head. Okay. Talaila. Brain means moolai. You should be moolaila. So nobody will understand moolaila adi patticha. It will be a very deep question to ask. You can ask, you have any history of trauma to the head? Talaila adi patticha. Talaila adi patticha. Okay. Be very clear with this. Very important history to ask. So, kannila adipatticha, thalila adipatticha. Now, the history of trauma, we can still, go further because, it's very important what has caused that particular trauma to the eye. So, in Tamil Nadu, especially southern Tamil Nadu, where there are more farmers are there. So, they are more exposed to injuries with plants. As a result of which they will present with the fungal corneal ulcers. So, most often they will say, if you're going to ask them, okay, adipatticha, they say, ama adipattichu. You're going to ask the second question is, yeppadi adipattichu? Yeppadi adipattichu. Yeppadi adipattichu means how the trauma happened, how the trauma occurred. Yeppadi, how? or by what means? By what means means um, by what means the trauma has occurred? எப்படி அடிபட்டுச்சு? Okay, so you can ask me what means. By what means means எதுல அடிபட்டுச்சு or எது அடிபட்டுச்சு. So just understand this. Okay, so to know what is important is எப்படி அடிபட்டுச்சு. That should be fine. Okay, now coming to the what trauma it could have caused. So a leaf or plant, they use the word chedi. Chedi will be the leaf. Okay, or ilai is also leaf. Chedi means plant. Okay, ilai means leaf. Okay, in Tamil Nadu, especially in Madurai, people use the word called sogai. Sogai is another term they use for cherry. Okay, sogai. It's a typical I think it's like a rice plant or the rice plant, no, right, where the rice grow. That's called sogai. That's important. Next, coming to cow's tail. How will you call another very important is cow's tail injury, because cow's tail injury is also implicated in your fungal corneal ulcers, and most of the patients work milking with cows. So cow's tail is மாட்டு வால். மாட்டு or மாடு means cow, வால் means tail. So மாட்டு வால். Okay. Stick injury. What is a stick injury? Stick means kuchi. Okay, a stick means a kuchi. Kuchi means it could be a very thin wooden stick called kuchi. Whereas the iron rod is called as kambi. Okay, the iron is also called as irumbu. I for I, irumbu. Irumbu kambiyila adipattuchu, the patient will tell. Irumbu kambi. How did you eppadi adipattuchu? Irumbu kambiyila adipattuchu. Eppadi adipattuchu? Maattu vaal kannila pattuchu. Okay, stone is kallu. Stone is kallu. கல்லில் அடிபட்டுச்சு. Okay. Now, a very important history, especially patients who are working as welders, they're often exposed to welders' arc keratitis, and not just that, when they're working with this iron particle while polishing, chances are that they will be exposed to this iron foreign body. So, but they don't use the word irumbu for that. They use the word pisiru. Very, very important term to remember. Pisiru. So, on the cornea, you will have this one particular metallic foreign body. Okay, that is called as the pisiru. So you should ask the occupation of the patient. Where are you working? The patient will say, yes, I was working with this welding. The patient will typically say, welding வேலை பார்க்கிறேன். Welding வேலை means occupation. வேலை means occupation. So welding வேலை பார்க்கிறேன் means I'm doing this work on welding. So you should ask the patient and be having this pisiru. So patient typically use the word pisiru if it is going to be this metallic foreign body as a result of welding or some other iron related industrial work. Now that's with the trauma. The second important history is going to be pain. But before that, I think we have covered, we'll come to this. The glasses usage, a very common history to ask. So glass means kannadi. Okay, kannadi. So kannadi is glasses. So you want to ask the question, are you using glasses? So are you using glasses? You should ask in this way. கண்ணாடி யூஸ் பண்றீங்களா? See, it's very interesting term. Kannada use பண்றீங்களா means it can denote both ways. Are you using glasses? It can also be used to denote, do you want glasses? Okay. So whenever I ask the patient, Kannada use பண்றீங்களா, the patient will say, no, I'm not using it. Or someone will say, no, I want glasses. So, kind of an ambiguous answer they may give you. So Kannada use பண்றீங்களா can be both for, are you using glasses, or do you want glasses? Okay. So a better term to be used is, do you want glasses means kannadi venuma. Do you want? A better use. A better term to use. Kannadi venuma. So are you using glasses? Kannadi use pandringla. Do you want glasses? Kannadi venuma. Are we clear with this? Okay. So now let us talk about the defective vision for distance and for near. For distance, the patient will use the exact same words called dura parvai. Dura parvai. For near, it is called as kitta parvai. Kitta means near, dura means far. Okay. So if the patient will say, I am having defective vision for distance, the patient will say, dura parvai kammiya irukku. Dura parvai kammiya irukku. If the patient is going to have a defective vision for near, he will use the phrase, கிட்ட பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கு. Okay. So it is very, very important to know what is Dura Parvai and what is Kitta Parvai. Second is going to be pain. Okay. Now, pain means vali. Pain means vali. Okay. So, eye pain means kan vali. Kan vali. Head pain means talai vali. Easy. Okay. Eye pain means kan vali. Head pain means talai vali. Now, most often the patient will be migraine, some of the patients who presents to us. So, this is called as one-sided headache. One-sided means otrai. Otrai or oru pakkam. Oru pakkam means one-sided. Otrai means one-sided. So, oru pakkama tala valikidhu means I'm having pain on one side. So, talai valikidhu. Okay, so Vatrai Talavali means one-sided headache, most commonly migraine. Sometimes patient presents with herpes zoster rashes and associated neuralgia. So patient will not use the word as pain, but rather they will give this neuralgia or paresthesias, very difficult called nama namanu. Nama namanu. Okay. Nama nama means kind of like this, like kind of insect crawling sensations, some kind of discomfort on their skin, okay, or paresthesias. So if the patient is going to tell that my entire right side face or my entire left side face nama namannu irukku oru pakkam, the patient say in the pakka fulla, in the pakkam, they will use the word in the pakkam. In the pakkam means which side it is. So if the patient is going to have herpes zoster rashes or this old scars here, it's going to be trigeminal neuralgia this area. The patient will point and say, see, in the pakkama enakku nama naman irukku, in the pakkama vali irukku, they will say. So you should ask next question, do you have any history of herpes rashes in the past? So the herpes rashes are typically very, very classically called as akki. Akki, A-K-K-I, akki. Okay. So when someone asks you what is rashes, rashes in general means tol pun. Okay, tol means skin, tol pun or punnu. Tolla punnu irunducha. Tol punnu means skin rashes. Okay, but more specifically, herpes rashes means akki poticha. Good. If you want to ask about chicken pox, a pox rashes. Okay, instead of herpes, I'll put chicken pox. Chicken pox is called as ammai. Ammai. Because traditionally, Tamil people believe that chicken pox is a manifestation of Lord Parvati or the Durga. Durga is kind of getting angry, kind of like that. Okay, it has a very religious implications. Chicken pox. So Amman is a term people use to denote Durga. So Ammai is the term what people use to denote chicken pox. So chicken pox is Ammai. Okay. Now coming to the third more important history is going to be the redness. So I'm going to cluster all these things together. The redness, irritation, watching, all these things are a combo. So how do you call redness? Redness means sivappu. Sivappu. Okay. Redness means sivappu. Sevappa irukka means do you have redness? Sivappa irukka. So again, irukku, yes I'm having. Irukka, do you have? Irukku, yes I'm having. Irukka, do you have? Don't ever forget this. These two are going to be life-saving for you. So sivappu irukka means yes I'm having redness. The patient will answer you, yes, ama sivappu irukku. Second is irritation. Irritation means uruttal. I'll use the blue color now. Irritation means uruttal. Okay. Uruttal is irritation. It's a very non-specific symptom. Okay. Patient will even denote itching as uruttal. So you should be very clear in asking itching. Itching is aripu. Aripu means to itch. Okay. Another more practical term is kanna potu tekunum pola irukka. I know it's a very big word, but just know that. Do you feel like rubbing your eyes? Okay. Do you feel like rubbing your eyes? Kanna. Okay, kan means it's going to be the eye. Kanna potu tekanum pola irukka. Tekanum pola irukka. So, kanna potu tekanum pola irukka means do you feel like rubbing your eyes? That is what it is. Okay. Just know this. It's just an alternative, but aripu should do fine. Now, watering is tanni varadu. Tannir. Okay. Tannir is water. Or tanni people call. Okay. Tanni varuda. Enga tanni varuda? Kannula tanni varuda. Kannula means in the eye. Tanni is water. Varudu. Varudu means yes, I'm having water. You want to ask a question? Put varuda. Easy. So means the answer, means the questions. As again, it's going to be very simple. So kannila thanni varuda means kannila thannir varuda. Do you have watering in your eyes? The patient will say, yes, I'm having watering in my eyes. Ama kannila thanni varudhu. Okay, good. Next, most often an acute conjunctivitis patient will present discharge. So how will you call discharges? Discharge is called as poolai. Poolai. Okay. Poolai is the term not many Tamil people will be able to understand. So the other term will be called alukku. Alukku. Alukku means a dirt. Alukku means a dirt. So so people will often think that whatever is there on the medial canthus of the eye is going to be some kind of a dirt, some kind of a pus. So you can use the word poolai or alukku. Okay. Poolai or alukku. Next is going to be foreign body. We just saw the metallic foreign body is also called as, recollect, it's called as pisuru. Pisuru. Whereas a dust particle, not an exact metallic foreign body, but just a dust particle will be denoted as dusi. Dusi. Okay. Dusi means dust. Dust particle. Okay. So that's with the redness, irritation, watering cluster. We have also seen what discharge means, what itching means, and what foreign body means. Okay. Good. Now regarding swelling. So how do you call swelling as? So when I mean swelling, I mean Vanakkam. Vanakkam. Generally speaking. Generally, swelling means Vanakkam. Kanda Vanakkam irukku. But to be more specific, people use diffuse swelling as Vanakkam. Kanda Vanakkama irukku means a diffuse swelling. Illa Veengi irukku. Vanakkam or Veengi. Veengi irukku. Vanakkam irukku, Veengi irukku means there's a diffuse swelling of the lids. Sometimes a periorbital puffiness also can be denoted as Veengi irukku. But whereas a localized swelling is called as Katti. It's called as Katti. Okay, very, very important. A Katti means a localized swelling. For example, a chalazion or a sty. People can use the word Katti. Okay, or they will even use the word Katti for pingicula. For pingicula also they'll use. Okay, that's important. But whereas if you're going to use for a pterygium, for example, a pterygium is there, people use the word sadai for that. Sadai or a growth. Some people use interchange, but just know that pterygium is very specific. They typically come with the history sada valaradu. Sadai valarud. Sadai means growth. Valaradu means it's growing. Okay, sadai means some growth is growing. You know, some kind of a mass, some kind of a muscle is kind of growing on my eye. So sada valaradu. That will be their complaint. Okay, coming back. As far as swellings is concerned, you might want to ask this question, is there a gradual increase in size? We know that certain swellings will slowly increase in size. For example, there could be a localized hordeolum internum or an externum going in for a preseptal cellulitis. So that's like a Katti becoming a Vanakkam. So you should ask the question gradually. Remember, hole hole, konjam konjama. Konjam konjama size. Okay. Konjam konjama perusacha. Perusacha means increase in what increase? Katti. So konjam konjama katti perusacha. Perusacha means has it increased in its size? So konjam konjama katti perusacha. Now we saw about growth. Say for example, the patient is having pterygium and you want to advise surgery for this patient, a pterygium excision. You will tell the patient sada operation pannanum. Okay, sada operation pannanum. That's one common surgery we'll advise. And what are the surgery we'll advise? For cataract, obviously. We'll discuss about cataract later. Just know now, surgery for cataract means, cataract is called as porai. Porai. Very, very important. Very, very important. Cataract is porai. So, porai operation pannanum. Cataract surgery, you should be undergoing. So, porai operation pannanum, surgery for cataract. Sadai operation pannanum, surgery for your growth, to be more specific, up for your pterygium. Okay, very, very important. Next, we know patients often present floaters and flashes, especially if they are going to be young, high myopes who can have retinal breaks, or some old patients who can also have PVD-induced retinal breaks. Floaters is a very common complaint for any vitritis patients as well. Same with flashes. Patients having retinal detachment can also come with such complaints. So it's important to know what it is. But it is not a very straightforward answer most often. So let's take floaters. So when I mean floaters, let's say if the patient means that some insects are flying. So insect flying means poochi is insect. Poochi. P-O-O-C-H-I. பூச்சி பறக்கிற மாதிரி. பறக்கிற மாதிரி. Parakara means to fly, like flying. Poochi parakara madri means like. Do you like or do you see something like your insects are flying before your eyes? So poochi parakara madri irka. That's a question to answer. To ask your patients. Very rarely patients will tell as poochi parakara madri irka because not or very not many are very confident with that particular ocular symptom called floaters. They're very vague and very non-specific about it. So you should always important to ask this particular question. Poochi parakara madri irka. It's a very important question to ask actually. Regarding flashes, flashes can be denoted as sudden bright light. Okay, so here in Tamil, people will most often associate it to like lightning, kind of like lightning. The sensation of lightning before your eyes, or some sudden bright light flashed before your eyes. So minnal means lightning. Minnal vetra madiri irka. Minnal vetra madiri irka. Minnal vetra madiri. Vetra means like a striking of lightning. So do you experience this striking of lightning sensation before your eyes? You're going to ask this. Minnal vetra madiri irka. Very, very important. Okay. Good. Now we have some couple of more, not very commonly asked, but very, very important history to be asked. One is defective field of vision. Defective field of vision. So, how will you ask defective field of vision? A defective field of vision can be either a hemianopia or can be a scotomas. Okay, most often patients with ARMD will present with scotoma. So they'll say, "Karuppu pulliya theriyudu." Karuppu pulli theriyudu. Karuppu pulli means a black dot. A black dot. A central black dot. So they will say karuppu pulli theriyudu. Where the black dot centrally. So centrally means naduvula. Naduvula means center. Naduvula karuppu pulli theriyudu. That will be their presenting complaint for scotomas. Karuppu pulli theriyudu. If it's going to be hemianopia, they will say side parvai. They're very, very clear in what they are saying, especially if it's going to be a kind of educated patient or drivers. They are very aware about their field of vision. So they will say side parvai theriyala. Side parvai theriyala. I can't see my side vision or the temporal field of vision. Okay, so that's the defective field of vision. Coming to the transient obscuration of vision. Very, very important symptom, especially in papillary edema and some optic neuropathies. So transient obscuration of vision. How you can ask this question? Okay, see, it's a transient visual loss. So you should ask the patient, appo means occasionally or intermittently. Okay, parva kammiyagda. Parva kammi means we know what it is. It's occasionally do you have defective vision? That is one way to ask. Parva kammi irka. Parva kammiyagda. Okay, that's one way to ask. The better way to ask is a transient obscuration of vision often will have a completely kind of like a blackout phenomenon. So கண்ணில் கருப்பு அடித்த மாதிரி இருக்கா? கருப்பு அடித்த மாதிரி means something like blackout. கருப்பு means black. Kala, கருப்பு. அடிச்ச means like is like a black being painted before your eyes. அடிச்ச means like painted. Okay. Or another word to ask is going to be like a screen before your eyes. Screen before eyes. You can call it as திரை. திரை means screen. திரை போட்டு மூடின மாதிரி இருக்கா? மூடின means close. திரை போட்டு means using screen before your eyes. So திரை போட்டு மூடின. மூடின means to close. திரை போட்டு மூடின மாதிரி இருக்கா? மாதிரி means like. இருக்கா? That's a transient obscuration of vision. So two important things what you understand is a patient can have transient obscuration of vision from lying to sitting posture. Okay. So from lying means படுத்துட்டு. Sitting is உட்காரும்போது. So remember, please sit. உட்காருங்க means please sit down. உட்காரும்போது means while sitting. Do you have transient obscuration of vision? So you'll ask the patient, கண்ணில் திரை போட்டு மூடின மாதிரி இருக்கா? கண்ணை திரை போட்டு மூடின மாதிரி இருக்கா? வென் ஃப்ரம் லைங் டு சிட்டிங், படுத்துட்டு உட்காரும்போது திரை போட்டு மூடின மாதிரி இருக்கா? Okay. Another thing will be from bent to straight. Head posture is also going to be very important. History to elicit in transnapse creation of vision. So bent is kuninju. Kuninju means to bend. Straight means nimirundu. Nimirundu. Kuninju. Kuninju nimirunda. Kuninju nimirunda. திரை போட்டு மூடின மாதிரி இருக்கா? குனிஞ்சு நிமிர்ந்தா பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கா? You can ask those questions. Very, very important. Okay. This is what transnapse creation of vision is going to be. It's a very rare history patient will come with. It's a very rare complaint. But unless we ask for this, we may miss out papal edema or some other optic neuropathies. After getting up from bed, this might be a very important thing to ask because many conditions, for example, an ischemic optic neuropathies, patient will have a sudden onset defective vision after getting up from bed, or a patient with a thyroid disease will have more swelling in their eyes after they get up from bed because of the congestion, venous congestion. So after getting up bed means தூங்கி எந்திரிக்கும் போது, தூங்கி எந்திரிக்கும் போது, தூங்கி means to sleep. Okay. So when you're going to rise. So தூங்கி எந்திரிக்கும் போது, when you're going to rise from your sleep, do you have the problem? So தூங்கி எந்திரிக்கும் போது கண்ணில வீக்கம் இருக்கா? Okay. தூங்கி எந்திரிக்கும் போது பார்வை கம்மியா இருக்கா? Okay, very important. Next, moving on to drooping or the ptosis part of it. Okay. See, a patient can describe drooping in two ways. Either there's going to be this falling down of lids, that's the actual ptosis, blepharoptosis, or drooping down of lids. Other people will actually experience this shortening of eyeball. It's not actually eyeball is shortened, but because of the drooping of the lids, there's an apparent, small sized eyeball. So, falling down of lids called as patta கீழ இறங்கன மாதிரி. The madiri means always like. Okay, pattai means lids. Remember another term we used pattai was imai. But imai is going to be a very traditional a term for the lids, but pattai is a more colloquial. So patta keela means down. Keela irangana means has come down. Patta keela irangana madiri means has lids fallen down. Shortening of eyeball. So because of the drooping, so apparent shortening of the eyeball, shortening of the palpebral fissure. So a patient will tell us kannu chinnadu aana madiri. Shortening means a small, okay, like a shrunken eyeball. So chinnadu means small. Chinnadu aana madiri. What chinnadu aana madiri? Eyeball. So kannu. So kannu chinnadu aana madiri irukku. Okay. Another very important history to ask. Drooping of eyelids. Let's come to squinting. So squinting means marukan. Okay. So I'm writing in Tamil actually. Squinting means marukan. Marukan. So squinting is marukan. Okay. Now you will ask the question, marukan irukku. Okay, which eye you will ask? I'm having, okay, the patient say I'm having a right eye squinting. So valadu kan marukan irukku. Some use the word deviation of eye. So deviation means vilagi irukku. So kannu vilagi irukku means my eyes have been deviated. Vilagi means deviated. So another synonym for marukan. So marukan is squinted eyes or deviated eyes or vilagi irukra kan. Okay. So which kan? Valadu kan. Valadu means right eye. Okay, that's my marukan. So the right eye, there is an esotropia. Left eye is there. So you want to ask the patient the question, is this going to be a childhood onset squint? So childhood means chinna vayasu irundu. We saw chinna means small or shortening. So child means the child will be very small. So chinna vayasu means age. Vayasula irundu from your childhood. சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து மாறுக்கண் இருக்கா? சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து மாறுக்கண் இருக்கா? From birth means what? Birth is பிறக்கும்போது. So பிறக்கும்போது means from birth. மாறுக்கண் இருக்கா? Patching. Another important history to ask in patients who are having squint. கண்ணில் மூடி வச்சாங்களா? மூடி means to close. Doctor Kanna moodi vechangala means did the doctor closed your eye? You can just specify, if the patient's right eye is squinted, you can always ask, உங்களோட இடது கண்ணை மூடி வச்சாங்களா இல்லை கண்ணை மூடி எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணினாங்களா? Those are some of the questions you might ask for history of patching. Coming to proptosis. So proptosis means it's a very again a very non-specific term. Okay, most of the patient will tell it as a swelling. So kannu veengi irukku. Okay, veengi is also a diffuse swelling as in a preseptal cellulitis, but a very very specific term they made use of proptosis. Kannu munnadi vanda madiri irukku, which means the eyeballs have moved forward. So eyeball has moved forward means kannu munnadi means in front. கண்ணு முன்னாடி வந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. My eyes have a very prominent, or my eyes looks like my eyes have come out of my socket. That's what it means. கண்ணு முன்னாடி வந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. Another very interesting word is கண்ணு பெருசா இருக்கு. It's a very easy word to ask. பெருசா means big. Does your eyes look big? Just contrasting to your drooping. Drooping is kannu chinnada irka means has your eyeball become short or small. Proptosis is the opposite of it. The lids gonna get retracted, so there's gonna be this prominence of eyeball. So kannu perusa irka, have your eyes become big. Okay, we have a couple of more. I think we have diplopia to go about, then we'll go to past history. So diplopia means double vision. Diplopia means double vision, we all know that. So diplopia double vision is called as ரெண்டு ரெண்டா தெரியுது. ரெண்டு ரெண்டா மீன்ஸ் டபுளா. ரெண்டு ரெண்டா தெரியுது. தெரியுது மீன்ஸ் I could see. ரெண்டு means two. Remember ரெண்டு two. So ரெண்டு ரெண்டா I see two images. Some use the word ரெட்டையா. ரெட்டை RETTAI. ரெட்டையா தெரியுது. தெரியுது means I see. ரெட்டையா தெரியுது means I see two images. So another synonym for ரெண்டு ரெண்டா is ரெட்டையா. One important sub-history you want to ask in diplopia is whether it's a binocular or it's going to be monocular. So you're going to ask this patient this question: do you experience diplopia on closing one of your eyes? Okay. Kannu mooduna. Remember, moodu means to close. Kannu mooduna rendu renda theriyudha. Kannu mooduna rendu renda theriyudha. Kannu mooduna rettaya theriyudha. Kannu mooduna. So when you want to close your eyes, do you have these double images? That's one thing. Diplopia on which case? Another very important history. See, I'm focusing on these bare details because history is the most important, and I think it's important to know these minor details when you ask history. Okay. So straight gaze means nera parkum bodu. Nera means to straight. Park means to see. நேரா மீன்ஸ் ஸ்ட்ரைட். நேராக பார்க்கும்போது ரெண்டு ரெண்டாக தெரியுதா? சைடு கேஸ். சைடில் பார்க்கும்போது ரெண்டு ரெண்டா பார்க்கும் ஆர் பார்க்கும். ஓகே, போத் ஆர் ரைட். ஸோ சைடில் பார்க்கும்போது ரெண்டு ரெண்டாக தெரியுதா? While eating, because you want to rule out this side gaze, if it's going to be an LR palsy, a lateral rectus palsy, it will be a side gaze diplopia. So side la பார்க்கும்போது ரெண்டு ரெண்டா தெரியுதா? While eating, especially patients presenting with an SO4 superior oblique palsies, a trochlear nerve palsy, they will have difficulty on looking down. No? So they while eating, சாப்பிடும்போது means while eating. While climbing down the stairs, படி கட்டு இறங்கும் போது. I know it's too complicated to know, but just know that. சாப்பிடும்போது at least you can ask, because some people will have very, very troubling diplopias whenever they're eating. So the plates become double. Very unfortunate. So now let's focus on the past history of the patient. Now, the most common diseases what ail our patients in our population is going to be diabetes, hypertension, asthma, and the cardiac illnesses pertaining to ophthalmology. So if you want to ask someone, do you have diabetes or not, the Tamil equivalent will be sakkara. 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 Sakkara irka will be the question to ask. Okay. So the other synonym for sakkara will be the usual sugar. So if you want to ask a patient for diabetes, you should ask whether sakkara irka or sugar irka. Okay. For hypertension, it's very simple, just pressure. Pressure irka. Okay. The other Tamil equivalent is going to be ரத்த கொதிப்பு ரத்த கொதிப்பு rattam means blood, okay, kodipi means boiling, so they're trying to compare hypertension to something like boiling of blood, so it's called ratta kodipu. For asthma, okay, you can ask a very simple question like, do you have any difficulty in breathing or breathlessness? So moochu vanguma, it's for breathlessness. To be more specific for asthma, it is called as yelappu noi or yelappu vyadi. Yelappu noi means disease, okay, noi means disease. Yelappu noi, sakkarai noi, pressure vyadi or pressure noi irka. Okay, cardiac is very simple. Heart problem irka. Most of the people understand heart problem irka. Even if they don't understand what heart means, you can use the word irudaya problem. Irudayam means heart. So heart problem irka, irudaya problem irka. Okay, this is what the common past history you should ask. Now, the more important history will be, are you taking any tablets? Okay. Now, taking any tablets. Tablets means mathirai. Tablet means mathirai. Taking any, having any or eating any. Mathirai சாப்பிடுறீங்களா? மாத்திரை சாப்பிடுறீங்களா? சாப்பிடுறீங்களா means to eat. Okay? சாப்பிடுறது means to eat. So, are you eating any tablets? Okay, because see, one important thing to understand is here, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, I think it's universal also. Many people will try to deny the fact that they're having any systemic issues. It's like a matter of pride for them not to reveal any systemic illnesses they might be suffering from. So if you're going to ask them a question like, do you have sugar or do you have pressure? Okay, சக்கரை இருக்கா இல்ல pressure இருக்கா? If you're going to ask them, they might reply, அதெல்லாம் நார்மலா இருக்கு, which means it's all normal. அதெல்லாம் நார்மலா இருக்கு. Okay, so you might wonder that the patient is not having diabetes or hypertension, but in fact they might be taking tablets for them. So it is wiser, it is prudent to ask this question, are you taking any tablets? Which might give you more than these information when you're going to look at the medications they might be taking for. So taking any tablets, மாத்திரை சாப்பிடுறீங்களா? Okay. Is it under control? So control, say for example, if the patient is going to have very high blood pressure or very high blood sugar, you might want to ask the question, சக்கரை அல்லது pressure, okay, you can use the word diabetes or hypertension, control இருக்கா? Control இருக்கா means, are they under control? Okay. Fever, the other, fever can be translated to Tamil as காய்ச்சல். Fever is காய்ச்சல். You might want to ask about rashes. Rashes is called as தோல். Okay, let's take it's a skin rash. Okay, it's called தோல் சிராய்ப்பு or தோல் அரிப்பு. Okay, you might want to ask what rashes means. Rashes means a skin rash. Okay, now you might want to ask what rashes mean. Rashes could be a skin rash commonly. Okay, so you can simply ask this question as தோல் வியாதி. Tol vyadi means a skin disease, any skin disease, a tol vyadi. Okay. A cough or cold. Cough means irumal. Cold means a sneezing, means sali, S-A-L-I, sali. Sali means phlegm. Okay, phlegm. Okay. So irumal, sali. TB. One other important history as far as EOT is concerned is the history of tuberculosis in the past. So you can straight away ask the patient, TB காய்ச்சல் இருந்துச்சா? Means in the past, did you have any TB fever? So fever is காய்ச்சல். So TB காய்ச்சல் இருந்துச்சா? You want to specify in the past. So you can say இதுக்கு முன்னாடி means previously. Okay, or in the past, did you have TB? So TB காய்ச்சல் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருந்துச்சா? Okay, but some patients will not know what TB is. The exact Tamil equivalent of TB is called as காச நோய். Okay, but very rarely people will know what காச நோய் is. But a better way to ask will be, the intake of ATT. We all know that ATT will be taken for 6 months at least. So, so you have to ask this question. 6 masam. Remember, 6 means 6. Okay, months means masam. 6 means 6. Months means masam. So, 6 masam, okay, tablet. A special name is given for this. A specific name is called as Atta Mathirai. Attai Mathirai. 6 masam Attai Mathirai சாப்பிட்டீங்களா? சாப்பிட்டீங்களா? 6 masam Attai Mathirai means for 6 months do you take any tablets? Attai means this blister, no, where there are going to be the tablets given. So, have you taken this blister of tablets for 6 months? So, 6 masam Attai Mathirai. Mathirai means tablets. Saaptingla, did you take it? Easy. Okay. Now, that ends with the past medication history. You want to ask any past surgical history. Okay, a past surgical history. Now, cataract surgery is going to be the most common past history pertinent to the eye. So, cataract is called as porai. It's called as porai. So, porai operation. Many patients understand what operation means. Operation will be the typical name what they use for surgery. So, pora operation senjingala. Did you underwent cataract surgery? Pora operation senjangala, or senjingala means the patient himself did, but a better word will be pora operation senjangala. Did someone else operate you for cataract? Pora operation senjangala. Okay. Some patients will not know what pore means. Some will say lens. So, lens operation senjangala, you can ask. Lens operation senjangala. Some patients will still, some educated patients, if they want to undergo phacoemulsification, they will use the word called as laser. Laser operation senjangala. Laser operation. Some will say machine. Machine operation senjangala. They have all various synonyms for cataract surgery only. So, laser operation senjangala, machine operation senjangala. Okay, these are important things to understand. Now, a phaco is called as laser or machine operation, whereas a small incision cataract surgery is also called as manual surgery. So, manual, okay, by hands. So, kaiyila operation pannangala. Kaiyila means in hands. Of course, we do phaco by hands, but again, to be more specific, manual means kaiyala. Kaiyala illa kaiyila operation pannangala or senjangala. Let's keep senjangala. Okay, in operation, porai operation. So, you want to specifically ask, okay, did you undergo small incision cataract surgery? You have to ask manual kaiyala pora operation senjangala. Okay, kaiyala pora operation senjangala. Easy? Okay. Just an extra thing to understand. As far as the vitreoretinal surgery is concerned, as a Tamil word for retina, it is going to be villi thirai. Villi thirai. But we don't use villi thirai normally. Okay. Some educated patients will understand what villi thirai is. Some will even say retina operation pannanga. Okay. A simple term is going to be narambu. You can ask narambu operation senjangala. Narambu operation senjangala. Okay. Cornea. Cornea means what? Karuvili. Karuvili operation senjangala. Karuvili operation senjangala. One colloquial term for cornea is going to be toll. Toll. Toll means skin. Okay. So, in rural areas, people will relate toll as cornea, since the most superficial layer. So, people tell toll. So, toll operation senjangala. Toll operation senjangala. Okay. The most common corneal surgery is what we do is going to be transplant surgery. So, a way to ask is a corneal transplant means you're going to place another cornea into it. So, matru karuvili operation. Matru means another. So, matru karuvili. Karuvili. What is karuvili? Karuvili is nothing but cornea. So, matru karuvili operation is called as corneal transplant surgery. Okay, are we good? This is a common surgery is what people will undergo. Okay, if it's going to be a glaucoma surgery, the patient will say pressure operation senjangala. It's very easy. For glaucoma, the only one term is pressure. That's all. It's as easy as that. Pressure ku marundu podringala means are you using drops for glaucoma. Pressure ku operation pannangala did you undergo surgery for glaucoma. So pressure is going to be the key. Okay. Now, medication history. Now we just dealt about some of the common systemic medications. We'll talk about the specific ocular medications. So in the past, the patient might have been through some other hospital. So you should ask this question: have you visited any other ophthalmologists outside? So any other, வேற எந்த கண் டாக்டர், வேற எந்த means which another கண் டாக்டரை பார்த்தீங்க, வேற எந்த கண் டாக்டரை பார்த்தீங்க. You can ask if you want to ask any previous history. Okay, இல்ல வேற ஏதாவது டாக்டரை பார்த்தீங்களா, வேற ஏதாவது கண் டாக்டரை பார்த்தீங்களா. A better way to ask, வேற ஏதாவது கண் டாக்டரை பார்த்தீங்களா, வேற ஏதாவது கண் டாக்டர் பார்த்தீங்களா. Any eye drops given. So did that doctor give you any eye drops? அந்த டாக்டர் ஏதாவது கண்ணுக்கு means for eye, கண்ணுக்கு மருந்து is medicine. To be more specific, it will be an eye drop. An eye drop is called as a சொட்டு மருந்து. An eye drop is called as a சொட்டு மருந்து. சொட்டு மருந்து means a drop. So drop medicine. So அந்த டாக்டர் ஏதாவது கண்ணுக்கு சொட்டு மருந்து கொடுத்தாங்களா, question mark, கொடுத்தாங்களா. So அந்த டாக்டர் ஏதாவது கண்ணுக்கு சொட்டு மருந்து கொடுத்தாங்களா. That will be any eye drops given by that specific doctor. Or even if you don't want to ask a specific doctor, ஏதாவது கண்ணுக்கு சொட்டு மருந்து கொடுத்தாங்களா. Or are you using any eye drops? ஏதாவது கண்ணுக்கு சொட்டு மருந்து போடுறீங்களா. means are you using. So ஏதாவது கண்ணுக்கு சொட்டு மருந்து போடுறீங்களா. Are you using any eye drops? The patient says, yes, I am using eye drops. You can ask for what? Some patients will know for what that particular doctor gave the eye drops. It could be for an ulcer, it could be for a glaucoma, we never know. But the patients will know actually. So you can ask for what. So I am going to answer another question. For what? எதுக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. For what they gave. Okay. Then the patient will say, for pressureக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க, சர்க்கரைக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. Nobody gives eye drops for diabetic retinopathy, but some might be on Nevanac, some might be on some macular edema. So the patient might say, சர்க்கரைக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க, நரம்பு வீக்கத்துக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. நரம்பு வீக்கம் means macular edema, நரம்பு வீக்கம். Okay, we'll talk about the diseases later. Just know that for now. எது கொடுத்தாங்க. How many days? எவ்வளோ நாள் means how many days. Days means நாள். 4 means 4. How many days means எவ்வளோ நாள் சொட்டு மருந்து போட்டீங்க. எவ்வளோ நாள் சொட்டு மருந்து. எவ்வளோ சொட்டு மருந்து போடுறீங்களா. These are all going to be installation or using. Okay, போடுறீங்களா. Okay, so எவ்வளவு நாள் போட்டீங்க. Okay, you want to ask one more question for how long or what is the actual duration. No, I mean not the duration, but what is the frequency of usage. So regards to frequency, for frequency it's going to be எவ்வளோ வேலை ஒரு நாள்ல போட்டீங்க. So எவ்வளோ வேலை ஒரு நாள்ல போட்டீங்க. So எவ்வளோ வேலை means how many times did you use the eye drops on a particular day. So எவ்வளோ வேலை ஒரு நாள்ல போட்டீங்க. Now that is with the actual thing to understand here. Now neuroimaging, any history of neuroimaging done. மூளைக்கு means for brain, மூளை means brain. Or தலைக்கு ஸ்கேன் எடுத்தாங்களா or ஸ்கேன் எடுத்தீங்களா. So மூளைக்கு இல்ல தலைக்கு ஸ்கேன் எடுத்தீங்களா. Very very important history to ask for a patient who is suffering from any neuro-ophthalmic conditions. Okay, any history of lasers given. Okay, so barrage laser, the patient will not know exactly what barrage laser is, but you can ask a specific question as நரம்பு ஓட்டைக்கு லேசர் பண்ணுனாங்களா. So patient remember as the barrage being done for retinal break. So நரம்பு ஓட்டை நரம்பு ஓட்டை. நரம்பு ஓட்டை can be a retinal break. நரம்பு ஓட்டை can be a macular hole as well. Okay, just know that நரம்பு ஓட்டைக்கு லேசர் செஞ்சாங்களா? Because there are multiple lasers. There are multiple lasers. So laser செஞ்சாங்களா will be a very non-specific thing to ask. So நரம்பு ஓட்டைக்கு லேசர் செஞ்சாங்களா? So யாருக்கு you can ask கண்ணில் ப்ரெஷருக்கு, கண்ணில் ப்ரெஷருக்கு லேசர் செஞ்சாங்களா? Okay. PCO is another interesting history to ask. So for PCO, what I will say is going to be, I am going to use this specific word. கண்ணில் லென்ஸுக்கு பின்னாடி means behind the lens. கண்ணுக்கு லென்ஸுக்கு பின்னாடி means கண்ணில் means in the eye, lens is lens, you know, IOL. பின்னாடி means behind. கண்ணு லென்ஸுக்கு பின்னாடி, okay, the common term what we use for PC is going to be ஜவ்வு. ஜவ்வு, Javvu. Javvu means kind of like a sheet, kind of like a sticky substance. So javvu madiri means something like a sticky substance. Madiri means like, something like. So kannile lens ku pinadi javvu madiri valanducha means did you had PCO? Or you can ask அந்த ஜவ்வுக்கு கண்ணில் ஜவ்வுக்கு லேசர் செஞ்சாங்களா? Simple. கண்ணில் ஜவ்வுக்கு லேசர் செஞ்சாங்களா will be a very straightforward question to ask for PCO. Like I mentioned previously, people will also use the synonym for cataract. Some people will think lasers for cataract. So be specific or be very clear about that. Okay, so we have discussed about the history of neuroimaging and the history of lasers given. Now let's talk about some other specific history. Okay, history of smoking. Smoking is called as cigarette. Smoking is called as cigarette. Okay, we smoke with cigarette, but smoke பண்ணுவீங்களா will be a straightforward question to ask. Smoke பண்ணுவீங்களா இல்ல cigarette பிடிப்பீங்களா? Do you smoke cigarettes? So cigarette பிடிப்பீங்களா? Okay, cigarette பிடிப்பீங்களா? Alcohol, a very interesting one. Alcohol is called as தண்ணி. Okay, water is also called as தண்ணி. So both alcohol is தண்ணி, water is also தண்ணி. Okay, so we are so generous that we consider alcohol as water. Blame it our politicians. So தண்ணி அடிப்பீங்களா? தண்ணி அடிப்பீங்களா means do you drink alcohol? தண்ணி குடிப்பீங்களா means do you drink water? So it's going to be தண்ணி, but what you put after that makes a difference. So தண்ணி அடிப்பீங்களா means do you drink alcohol? தண்ணி குடிப்பீங்களா means do you drink water? Okay. One another important history you can ask. For example, you're seeing a patient with a hereditary disorder in a pediatric age group. You might want to ask the question regarding the parents, regards to consanguineous marriage. So, consanguineous marriage means between the relations, a very close relation. We can use the word sondathila. Sondathila means within close relation. Okay. Sondathila kalyanam. Kalyanam means marriage. சொந்தத்தில் கல்யாணம் பண்ணீங்களா? சொந்தத்தில் கல்யாணம் பண்ணீங்களா? Okay, so did you marry within the family? சொந்தத்தில் கல்யாணம் பண்ணீங்களா? Okay, a family history. Family history of glaucoma. When you want to ask the question, what is a family history? வீட்டில, you can ask the word வீட்டில. வீட்டில means in your house. வீட்டில அல்லது or குடும்பத்தில். குடும்பத்துல, குடும்பம் means family, வீடு means house. வீட்ல you can use word அல்லது means or. வீட்ல அல்லது குடும்பத்துல okay pressure இருந்துச்சா, சர்க்கரை இருந்துச்சா, சுகர் இருந்துச்சா? For system you can ask. TB காய்ச்சல் இருந்துச்சா for a close contact of TB. But for ocular complaints more glaucoma, so pressure இருந்துச்சா? Okay, defective vision, any other similar patients had some defective vision. So வீட்டில அல்லது குடும்பத்துல பார்வை கம்மியா இருந்துச்சா? பார்வை கம்மியா இருந்துச்சா? Very very simple and straightforward. So வீட்டில யாருக்காவது or குடும்பத்துல யாருக்காவது, so use the word யாருக்காவது. யாருக்காவது means for anyone. For anyone in your family or anyone in your house, did they suffer from the following diseases? Very very simple. Okay, so you can stick to this one thing. வீட்டில் will be a very common thing to you. So வீட்டில் யாருக்காவது sugar இருந்துச்சா? Easy. Okay. So that ends with the history taking. In part 2 of the lecture, we will focus on the slit lamp examination techniques. So what Tamil words you have to use to help the patients cooperate with you for slit lamp examination. And also we will touch upon the various eye diseases, the Tamil equivalent of them. And the most important is going to be how do you use Tamil in the operating theatre. So till then, please review the notes. You have to rewrite the notes. Whatever I've taught you now is going to be in a very rough and haphazard way. If you want, you can review this lecture in a 1.5x or 2x speed, and you can watch it again. Okay, just go through the notes again. It will be very, very useful for you. And please practice whatever you have learned. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening.